Good morning. How are you doing? Feeling the coldness this morning? Woo! Oh my God. I looked at my little temperature thing in the bedroom. It said 3 degrees this morning. Yeah, it's still 3 degrees. They're still out there singing those songs, dear. When will I see you again? Take good care of myself. But here we are to bring a bit of sparkling heat into your sad, lonely, pathetic lives. So very good morning to you, boys and girls, from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. After I finished the show yesterday, I popped down to Aldi. I fancied omelette and chips yesterday afternoon, and that's what I had. Went down to Aldi and I put a bit more in this time actually. Usually I just put 2 items in. You know when you do an omelette, I find if you put too much in, it kind of just falls apart, doesn't it? So, and that's what happened yesterday. I had mushrooms and I chopped up a red onion. Tears streaming down my face. Usually I'm so lazy, I buy the ready chopped onion in a little plastic bag, you know, and I just pour that in. But they didn't have any in there yesterday, so I did that. Chop up some onion. So what was it? Onions, mushroom, and a pepper. And I chopped up a pepper and I put all that in, fried that off for a little bit, and then I poured the egg on and, slowly done. And then I did what my brother-in-law does, and I put the rest of it under the grill afterwards. Of course, when you do that, the chips that are in the oven, then they kind of cool down a bit, don't they? You know, because you put the chips underneath, and then you put the frying pan underneath the grill, and your chips cooled down. But it was quite nice. It was nice, but there was a little bit too much in the omelette. Not that I'm complaining, because it was absolutely delicious, to be honest. The whole idea of putting it under there is that it fluffs up a bit, and also less chance of it breaking. Although, to be honest, it's never really bothered me. You know, when you try and turn it over in the frying pan, again, especially if you've put a lot in there with the egg, it just falls apart, doesn't it? I mean, although I've never really had a problem with that. As long as it tastes nice, a little bit of tomato sauce. That's a big no-no in the slimming world. Just a little bit of tomato sauce on there, you know, covered in tomato sauce, and it was very delicious. And I watched Lost in Space on the telly. I'm on the last episode now, I believe, of the second series, which is really good. It's really good. They've got these little robots in it now, which are kind of miniature. If you've got Netflix, it's only on Netflix. They've got these little robots, and they're like mini versions of the big robot. If you see what I mean. You need to be watching it to know. And it's really good. I haven't quite got to the end of it yet. But I think it's the last one of this series. So looking forward to the end of that. Probably watch that while I'm having my lunch a little bit later on. My Amazon and Hive heating are not talking to each other at the moment. I don't know why that is. You're supposed to say, Amazon, turn on Hive heating, and it just does it. Well, it says, okay, and on the Amazon app, it says it's done, but it hasn't done it. Now, I can turn on the Hive heating, no problem at all, with the Hive app, but I should be able to talk to my Amazon device and get it to do that. I don't know why that's not doing it. I tried deleting the app and the skill, and redoing it, and also rebooting the Hive Hub thing, but that hasn't worked. That started yesterday. It's been working fine until yesterday, so whether or not they've done some sort of update or something like that, why do they do updates? Oh, we're doing this update to improve your thing, and it just doesn't, does it? How many times have they updated something in your life, you know, computer-wise or technically-wise? Oh, this is the last improvement, and it throws everything and things stop working, don't they? It's so annoying. Anyway, I reckon that's what's happened, so probably just sit tight and see what happens over the time. Also, another thing on Amazon, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, they've got musical statues on there now. Oh, how fabulous. It'd take you back to your school days. You don't even need anyone with you to be doing it. You can say Amazon, or the word that you use for your Amazon, play musical statues, and it starts playing musical although it sounds like it's made it a bit complicated. It's not just a case of playing the music, you know, da da da, ba 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 ba. You mustn't move. You mustn't move. Wait for the music. Ba 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 ba, and you're dancing until the music stops. Da 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 da. Do you want to do it now with me? Do you want to do musical statues? Doesn't matter if you're sitting down. This is open to everyone. Doesn't matter if you've got, if you've got no legs or in a wheelchair or standing up and are fully fit. Makes no difference to me. You can still play musical statues. Here we go. I'm gonna have a look at your names to see who's here, and then we'll see who's lost. If I catch you moving, then you've lost. Okay? Ready? I wonder what music I've got on here. Hang on a minute. See if I've got a bit of music on there. Oh yeah, we got some music on here. Let's have some music. Are you ready? Right, you ready? Musical statues. You ready? You ready? Oh, come on, hurry up. Put the cup down. Okay, right, we're ready. Here we go. Musical statues. Start dancing and stop when you hear the music stop. I'm looking. Don't move. Don't blink. Mandy, I saw you blink then. You're out. Mandy's out. Mandy's out. You blip. I'm sorry. No. Well, you should have closed your eyes then if you can't keep them open, darling. A lot of people can't keep their eyes open while I'm doing this show, unfortunately. But there we go. Right, Mandy's out. Let's see who's out next. Ready? Who's next? Right, musical statues. Ready? Go. Jason Hughes, I saw you move your left finger. Yeah, look at the wonderful things we can do. We can do anything on this show. You don't get this from Sarah Cox on Radio 2. Dreadful she, isn't she? While I'm here, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning to, there's Mandy Davenport. Morning, Mandy. Mick Davenport. Jason Hughes there. Sean Pye. Alan Wainwright. Good morning, young Alan. Gareth Loxton. Mike Rees-Ponto. Good morning, young Mike. Morning, Mikey, baby. We've got, there's Martin at the Retro Restore. Thumbs up, please. Where's Fran? She's supposed to be in charge of thumbs up. She's not here this morning. Fran, are you late this morning? Have you brought a note in? Morning, Martin. Yvonne Lemon, good morning to young Yvonne. Michael Pullman there from Australia. Did you have the golf ball sized house stones where you are, Michael? He's in Australia. Did you get them? We saw them on the news. Michael, they'd do some damage, wouldn't they? Yeah, it's bad enough, Michael. I've got to tell you, you're too young to have lost your hair yet. But here, anyone who's a bit what do the millennials call it? Follically challenged because they're offended by the word bald. Oh God, here we go. I need to get to my safe space. Pathetic people. Pathetic people. Pathetic people. I've got to go to my safe space. I can't cope. I've got anxiety. Hey, when you've lost your hair, Michael, and you're out in a house storm with normal-sized house stones, which are little, mate, it really hurts. Honestly, it stings your head. That is absolutely true. The house stones come down. Oh, that really hurts, that does. Did you have I don't know what, the golf ball one? You fell under one of those, you'd be dead. I nearly had an accident last night. Yes. Oh, it was a bit close. It was a very, very close. Didn't involve another car. Just me. Just me. And I'll tell you about that shortly. Yeah, that had my heart banging, really. And I was literally 3 minutes away from the caravan, Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. I'll tell you about that as the time goes on, okay? Don't go away. Morning to Mr. Gavin Bass. Morning, Gavin. Incidentally, all your little bits and pieces, have you all got your stuff now, or is anyone waiting? Everyone should have got their stuff now, except, of course, for Michael, because it takes a bit longer to get over to Australia there. Good morning to Michael Lawrence. Morning, Michael. He popped into the Central Station last night, into the pub last night, for his Christmas backdrop, which he has now received. Oh, I just want to... Can I just... I'm going to turn my bass up a little bit because I was listening to a little bit of audio from my show. Something nice happened yesterday for me, and I noticed it's lacking a bit of bass. Now, it may upset your settings, so tell me if it does, okay? So I'm going to do that now. Right, I've turned the bass up a bit. You may notice nothing at all, but I just wanted to see if we can just... I didn't think we needed to improve the sound, really, but it sounded a little bit bassy in comparison to BBC microphones. And if you're wondering what that's about, I shall inform you of that as well later on. I can't decide whether to do the accident story or the something's happened nice to me story. I can't decide which way to do it. Maybe I won't do either. Maybe we'll carry it over to tomorrow's show. If this has upset your sound settings in any way at all, then please speak and I'll just put it back to what it was. Look at Michael. Oh, it was a lovely 31 degrees today. Shut up, Michael. 3 degrees here this morning. 1 degree when I got in last night. 1 degree last night. We said hello to young Michael Lawrence. There we are. Good morning, Joseph McDonald. Hello to you, sir. Hello, Joseph McDonald. Colin K in the house. Good morning, young Colin. There's Claire. Claire. Oh, people were crying last night, Claire, because you didn't turn up, dear. Very, just a moment. Very disappointing, Claire. Very, very disappointed. Someone else who promises to be somewhere and they just don't turn up. A little bit like the dates I go on. Do you know, you wonder why I don't ever bother trying to take people on dates, because at the last minute they cancel. That has happened, and that's not just happened since I got older. That always happened to me. Always. They'd back out at last, some lame excuse, like their head's fallen off or something like that. That's a dreadful thing to say. I was going to say something then. That's an absolutely awful thing to say. Shall I say it? No, I won't, because it's an awful thing to say. My head's dropped off, so I won't be able to make it today. Well, send your head. At least I'll have someone to talk to, so I don't bother taking people on dates anymore. And Claire let me down last night. Claire, you must be the first woman in ages that has let me down, dear. And I'm very, very surprised. Just a moment, please. Very surprised at you, Claire. Very, very surprised. Oh, I'll see you at Central Station later. No appearance. Very, very disappointed, Claire. Oh, dear. Sean says, I know what you mean about the update. I updated the wife and ended up with Gemma Collins. Well, at least you'll never be cold. You won't be cold, will you, with her? Let's just scroll down there with your... good morning to Roy the boy. Morning... Oh, as Roy's there. Whenever I see your face, whenever I see your name come up, Roy, I always think of stickers, because you sent me one of your stickers, which is on the front of the wall at the Mirable Television Studio Complex in Berkshire. And therefore, I am very, very pleased to announce... we need a fanfare of some sort. What have I got here? I've got a drum roll. Would that do? Let's have the drum roll. I am very pleased to announce now, here, live, on this morning's United Kingdom Talk, that... stickers have arrived, boys and girls. Thank you very much to the Diesel guy for making my stickers for me. Stickers have arrived. Look, there's loads of them, dear. They're everywhere. They're falling out of every sort of orifice that there is here. So the brand new United Kingdom Talk stickers have arrived. Now, whether or not they would go on a car bumper, I don't know. Perhaps I'll put one on my car bumper and see how it goes. All right, but they're maybe... I don't know if they're a little bit too small. No, I don't. I think they're the perfect size, actually. I think they may go on your car. Don't know if they'll stay on there if we get a lot of rain. But these are the new United Kingdom Talk stickers, which you've been asking for. They're available £1.20 super chats, okay, or more. Okay, that covers the cost of the post, the envelope, and the sticker. I try and work it out so it's bang on. I could say £2, but I'm not a greedy person, dear. This is not a take all. Okay? So some of you have been asking, have you got anything cheaper? My private email. So there we go. Stickers are now available. £1.20 super chat will get you one of those. And if you do send it, please send me your full postal address. I did bring some envelopes with us. Only 5. I only bought 5 envelopes just in case you want them sent out nice and quickly. I know when people buy things, like people when buy Amazon and stuff like that, you want it the next day, don't you? Do you know what I mean? So I've got 5 envelopes here. If anyone wants one of those, then that's fine. £1.20 will get you one of those. If you want a few of those, then 25 pence each. It's just a stamp and envelope. So £1.21. Any more than that, sort of 25 pence each, and that'll cover that easily. All right, my darlings. Stickers are now available. And seen Roy the boy, because he sent me one of his stickers, didn't you? Good morning to Alan Russell. He was in last night in the pub celebrating his 50th birthday. Happy birthday to you yesterday, Alan. I know you appreciated that. I saw your little message earlier. So I trust you enjoyed the rest of the day there, or the rest of the evening in Central Station there. Happy birthday to you for yesterday, Alan. Yeah, 50 is quite a good age, actually. You go over that. And I think it's more of the fact that it's a number, really, than anything else, Alan. You know, nothing really changes at 50. Not really. You start getting aches and pains. Actually, talking of which, I think my back was about to go last night. Same place as it usually does, and soft bits on the side. I felt a twinge. And if I'm quick, I can... It seems if I'm quick to adjust myself, and literally split second, then I can stop it getting any worse. And I did, and I've got a bit of a bad back this morning, but it's not too bad. It's not going to get any worse. It will just get better now. So that, and when did it happen? I was bending over again, bending over to pull a plug out of a socket. It seems to happen when I bend over to do something on the floor, whether it's pick up a pen or plug a socket in or something like that. Okay. Let's have a look there. Michael Bowman. We did have 2 storms this afternoon, one after another. Crazy weather we're having, from bushfires to flash flooding to dust storms. Yeah, we see it all on the news, Michael. It all comes here on the news. Awful, isn't it? Awful. Good morning to Gavin's dad this morning. Oh, Claire was hosting her party in Slough yesterday. You may accidentally, unfortunately, boys and girls, I accidentally gave out Claire's full postal address yesterday, and people just started turning up at her house. You know, they were surprised. You know, because when you go to Claire's house, right, you get to the bottom of the driveway, and you have to push a little button, and her little face appears. Well, not her face, the butler. The butler appears on there. Good morning, and we've come to Claire's party. But, of course, the butler didn't know anything about it. It was a complete accident. It's my fault. Complete accident. And the butler has to go and get... Just a moment, please. He has to go and get Claire. And Claire said to the butler that, yes, indeed, I'd made the mistake, but it was okay. Let them in. Yeah, obviously, you know, you check she checks the person. If they've arrived in a tracksuit, you got no chance, mate. No chance. In old pair of tatty jeans. No, you've got no chance in getting in there. But they were decently dressed, these... I don't know if she let everyone in. Presumably, I mean, looked in the list here. I can't really see anyone that she'd let into her house, to be honest. None of you lot. I can only speak as I see. I can't see her letting any of this lot in here. But she had people turn up, you know, regular, nicely dressed viewers to the show. A little bit like myself here. Like, do you know, it took me 4 shirts. This is true. I tried on 4 shirts today before I found the one I wanted. Yeah, I don't just turn up here. It's not an amateur thing, you know. It's not amateur. So anyway, Claire says let them in and push a button, and this gate opens, and then they drive in. And 1 hour and 5 minutes later, they arrive at her front door. That's how long the drive is. But she's got a speed limit. Bloody humps everywhere like that. Oh, it's so annoying, dear. 15 mile an hour. Yeah, so the drive is about 15 miles long. And then you go through all these beautiful plants and at either side, like big bushes, all cut into shapes. Claire has actually got a bush cut into my shape because she's such a massive fan of me. Isn't that fantastic? And then you go in and the big wooden doors and the the wooden knocker. Proper old school, dear. Old school. So they had to go to the south side because the north side, she's having that renovated at the moment. One of the towers is a little bit dodgy. it started blowing around a little bit, and where bricks were flying out all over the place. Dreadful, dear. Anyway, so they went to the south side, and the door opens, and Claire welcomes you in. She's got a little band in there as well. No records, dear. Band. She's got a little band playing. You know, people on violins and things like that. And serves them like sandwiches and afternoon tea, which is something I go to, you know. Not like Jason Hughes, like down there at Greg's all the time. No, dear. No. Afternoon teas. You won't catch Claire in a Greg's. Don't be silly, Jason. Have you gone mad, dear? And that's it. So she had her party yesterday, which was an accident because I accidentally gave her a address out. Please don't turn up there. Thank you. Sorry about that, Claire, incidentally. I hope you didn't have to spend too much on food there, my darling. Let's have a look there. Tomorrow will be 32 degrees. Oh, you're horrible, Michael. You're horrible, mate. It's so cold here at the moment. Good morning, Yvonne. Have I said hello to Yvonne? Yeah, good luck to you. Oh, she's on tablets now. We're all on tablet. Look, here's mine. Look, the little thing is open, ready for me to take them at 10 o'clock. You get used to the pills. You know, don't take them, you die. It's as simple as that. What do you want to do? Up to you. Michael, just a minute. Let me just scroll down a little bit there. Hello to one man and his sprinter van. A very good morning to you, sir. Michael Lawrence has sent a £2 super chat. You must want one of our brand new stickers, Michael. Is that right, darling? Thank you, Michael. Can you send me your postal address, and that will be in the post for you today. One of our brand. Is it just one you want, or you can have two for £2? You can have two because it's just the stamp and the envelope that costs more than anything else. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, the stamp and the envelope to send that is almost twice the cost of that. It's a joke. Dreadful, the post office now. Okay, Michael. Send us your postal address and I'll get that off to you immediately. All right. Michael's last night I tried to put him off playing pool. What did I do, Michael? I didn't do anything, mate. Didn't do anything. Good morning to Mark Bowles. Morning to you. Hello to Roy Brownlow. A very good morning to Mr. Roy Brownlow. Let's have a look there. Where else are we? Okay, good, excellent. Right, we got to the end of the list there. That's good, all goody two shoes. The other thing that's just been sent to me by Lee, the T-shirts have just gone out as well. The T-shirts have been sent off to me, so they will be here on Saturday, hopefully. So from Sunday, one of the prizes you can win at our bingo will be a T-shirt. You'll be able to win a T-shirt prize for the bingo. So then you'll be able to choose either 2 of our exclusive bingo winner pens, or a hat, or a T-shirt. I mean, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? You also have the opportunity to buy a T-shirt if you want. They're going to be 11 quid, all right? Works out to about 11 quid. Cost a T-shirt, this, that and the other. Works out to about 11 quid. So that's what's coming up and on offer. All right, boys and girls. Let's have a look. Traffic back to its normal hideous self last night, I have to say, on the way to work. Oh, nearly 2 hours. Yep, nearly 2 hours to get to the karaoke, but there you go. It's one of those things. I got there about 20 to 7, I think, something like that. Ray Reynolds was in there. Ray gets there nice and early, Ray Reynolds. He's always there with his friend David. And that's it. So, the journey up here, that wasn't too bad last night, except, right? So, I've driven up here, and I don't, you know how I drive, I've told you before, I don't go too mad, you know, maybe a little bit more than the limit, that's about it. Certainly I don't go, you know, I'm not doing 100 mile an hour, 90 or anything like that. I just don't do it. I find it completely unnecessary to drive at rapid speeds like that. And on the last bit of road coming to the caravan, you've heard me mention a few times, it's a bumpy road. It's a bumpy road, really bumpy road. And you can't go that fast on it. Literally, on some of these bumps down that, there was just a 60 mile an hour limit. How anyone could do 60 miles an hour along that road, I do not know. I mean, it's just asking for trouble. Absolutely asking for trouble. So 40, really, maybe 50 in parts. But you hit some of these, like, not just bumps, dips and bumps like that. The car literally takes off, and you feel it. You feel the car take off. Anyway, so I'm coming along this road. I usually do about 40, certainly during the daytime, maybe a bit more when it's like 1:30 in the morning, but certainly not over 50. So I'm coming along this road. I'm bumping up and down. I'm aware that the indicator, the temperature indicator, is telling me 1 degree, and it flashes up. There may be ice on the road. Right? Beep, beep. There may be ice on... Well, it doesn't actually say that. It just says that. It says that on the thing. There may be ice on the road. It doesn't speak to me. On the very, very last bit. Good morning, Fran. There she is. There's Fran, queen of all of thumbs up. Fran is in charge of our thumbs up section, boys and girls. Keep an eye on what Fran is saying. On the very last bit of road, there's a sharp bend. It goes right and then left, and it's only a small bit of road. So I'm coming along, and next to the road is that next to this bumpy road is a ditch. Like, it's not a river, like it's a very big ditch, and it does fill up with water. I think it's the water runoff from the fields. I think that's what it is. So I'm coming along this last bit of road, and my sharp right turn and then sharp left turn are right in front of me. I've turned the wheel. Didn't turn, did it? And I'm carrying on, hurtling towards this river, this field runoff. I thought, oh my God, blimey. You know, you're not supposed to touch the brakes or anything like that. I've got that thing what does something to the... I don't know what it is. If the wheels slip, I can't think what it's called. Is it tracking or something like... I'm not a four-wheel drive. Some sort of tracking thing or something like that, where the car automatically does something with the wheels. Anyway, I don't know how I managed to do it eventually, but I slid to the left and I slid to the right, and this blooming ditch full of water is coming up right in front of me. And then suddenly, at the last minute, the car turned right. I thought, oh my God. That's very frightening. Very frightening. So I'll remember that in future. How fast was it going? Well, as I say, it's a really sharp right turn. You can't go that fast. I mean, you just can't on a normal road. Traction control. Thank you very much, Jason. Good morning to Steve. Morning to Steve. ABS, that's it, Steve, as well. ABS or traction control, one of those two things. Morning, young Steve. Hello to you, Steve. There's Adrian Richardson as well. And Stephen Petty. Everyone's there. Everyone's there. He's sending me a fresh McMuffin from the Carlton Centre. What's the Carlton Centre? Not Carlton Television, I hope. That's when ITV went wrong when Carlton appeared. Oh, dear. Bring back Thames. Do you know, there's people out there now who have no idea what Thames Television is. Can you believe that? It's over 20 years ago Thames Television went off the air. Da, 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 da. And good morning to you. Tom Edwards here on Thames on a Monday morning. And we're starting our programmes with schools and colleges, that one. Anyway, so back to the story. Yes, you cannot go that fast on that road. Seriously, I slowed down 15 mile an hour. I must have been maybe a tiny bit more. Certainly not 30. No way. Because you wouldn't get round the corner. You'd slide anyway. Anyway, I just managed to get out of it. And, oh my God, the heart was beating like that then. Ooh, very, very scary. So that was my near accident last night. Frightening. Absolutely frightening when that happens. Years ago, I had this old black BMW car. It was really old. I don't. When I say I had a black BMW car, don't think it was a very high value. I think I paid about 800 quid for this car. It was like, I don't know, fourth or fifth hand. The seats were all the material was coming off the seats and it. But I tell you what, it's the most comfortable car I have ever had. This car was so comfortable. All the material was coming off the seats, and you'd sit down. You know, you were sitting on foam. The material had gone, but it was so comfortable. So very comfortable. And I never forget, after I bought... Where did this car come from? Do you know it might have come from Martin, my brother-in-law? I've got a feeling it come from my brother-in-law. Good morning to my sister. Morning, Sharon. Morning to you, Boy Racer Reardon. Roy Brownlow, Boy Racer Reardon. Road Hog Reardon. Go on, off you go. Start cussing me, all of you. Sharon says she's definitely a better driver than me. You must be joking. She tears along the road at warp speed at all times, dear. All times. No email. Mandy, have you emailed me, darling? I don't see an email from you. Maybe she hasn't done it yet. Maybe she hasn't done it. There's no email here from Mandy, whatever that's about, my darling. So send it over there. And now, where were we? You see now. You see now. There's a really good example. I looked at your messages before I finished the story. Now the story's gone from my head. Now you get it, don't you? That's happened now. By looking at the messages halfway through the story, it's the word. So when you say, it's not reading the messages, that's why. I've lost the story now. It's gone. Something about a car, an accident. Yeah, I got it. BMW, yes. So it was the most comfortable car. And I actually took it in, this old car, to BMW service in Ascot. You know, and that's where the money is. Ascot. Oh, God, you see the car, you know, Range Rovers, BMW, they're all driving around in Ascot. That's where the money is. So I've pitched up. I've pitched up at this BMW place with my old BMW. I think it was Martin that maybe I did buy it from you, Martin. Do you remember what I paid you? What did I pay you for that? Or did I swap it? I can't remember. It's so... We're going back here 30 odd years. No, it can't be, because I had the car when I was up here. So it must be about 24, 25 years ago. Can't remember. Anyway, so gone to this BMW garage with this old car. You're a bit of paint flaking off. The seats are all worn. I said, I want a full service on this, please, because I couldn't do it myself. Martin was up here now, so he couldn't do it either. And he said, okay. He said, well, here's the prices. Okay. I said, I'm afraid it's a really old car and it's probably seen best times. And in this stuck-up voice, he said, that's okay, sir. It's a BMW. We'll look after it for you. And I thought, wow. Yeah, that was quite a nice thing to say. And so, of course, it was serviced and all that. So one night I was driving, and this happened to me twice. Once in the old BMW and once in a Ford Sierra, which consequently was the most uncomfortable car I ever had. The Ford Sierra was it had those stupid bucket seats. And you're like this while you're driving along. So uncomfortable. So the BMW, the most comfortable car I've ever sat in. The Sierra, the most uncomfortable car I've ever sat in. I'm driving along the M3, and it happened in the same place, exactly the same place on two different occasions. Driving along on the M3, so you come through Richmond on the I can't remember the name of the road now. A2 something, I don't know, I can't remember. And then you get there, and there's a roundabout at the end of this road. And from the roundabout, the A road continues, okay? Then it goes up like that, and then round. Sort of, or does it go up and round and then down again, right? So it's icy, and then shortly after that, that A road becomes the M3, right? So you go up like that, and then going round like that, and the car's just gone. Thank you, Mandy. Got your address, darling. Got your address there, Mandy. And I've gone up that, and the car's just gone and spun round like that, ending up facing the wrong way in the overtaking lane on the right. And there was nothing behind me. My God, was I lucky with that one, I tell you. So lucky with that. So very lucky. So that's twice. And a very, very similar thing happened to the Sierra. I don't think I ended up facing the other way, but I hit the barrier with no damage done to the barrier. Just the car was just constant, you know, the wing was just all bent in. And again, that was on ice. So you watch yourself on ice. I had a Land Rover. I've had a couple of Land Rovers as well in time. And I have to tell you, yes, four-wheel drive and all that. And people would say to you, oh, you'll have no problem on the snow and ice and that. Not correct. Not correct. That car also used to slide around on the ice. I don't think there's any cars that you won't slide around on ice. You know. So that was my near miss yesterday. Near miss yesterday. Thank you, Mandy. Mandy, the bad news is, Mandy, I'm afraid where I am, I'll be able to send you're asking for oh, it's a pen. Ah, you want a pen? I beg your pardon. I thought you wanted a sticker. Can you tell us? Can you just verify that? I thought you was asking for a sticker there. Are you not asking for a sticker? If it's a pen, you'll have to wait until I get back, I'm afraid. Back down south, because I haven't got any pens here. Only stickers I've got here. Only stickers for the super chats, all right? So there we are. Okay, let's let's just scroll up there. Morning, Mark. He's got his key ring this morning. Excellent. Jason could talk about cars all day. I'm not a terrible driver, Sharon. Good morning to Jack Matthews. The money's in Peppermint Grove over here in Perth. Is that where the cash is? Is that where you are, Jack? Is that where you are? Jack's in Peppermint Grove. Oh, it sounds very nice. Mind you, there's only a few dozen people living in the suburb. A bit of use. No, that's where we want to be, Jack. We'll be there, sir, okay? Hello to Pajero. A very good morning to you. Paul and Lou in the house. A very good morning to Paul and Lou. That they like talking about cars on here. I've noticed that. I have noticed that. Steve, both rear-wheel drive cars, which are terrible in the wet and the ice. Yeah, I've never slid on water, really. It's just ice. And I really hate driving on snow. I absolutely hate driving on snow. Hate that completely. I thought it was £800. Yeah, it was such a good car, that. Such a good car. Now, why did I think I got rid of it because of that accident, didn't I? Because it was damaged then at the front and I couldn't be bothered. So I think I actually gave it back to you. That wasn't a bad profit from me, was it, brother-in-law? Car breakdancing, says Roy. That's a good one as well. Excellent, excellent. So let's see what Mandy's saying. Has Mandy come back to us there? Roy Brownlow wants 2 stickers. One moment, please. Now, do you think, Roy, as you want 2 stickers, should that be 2 super chat jingles or just 1? No, it's just for the price. So you just, I'm sorry, only 1 super chat jingle per super chat. Here we go. All right, Roy. Send us your post address. As I just said to Mandy there, I'm afraid you won't get one of the stickers on the front. I shall have to physically write it, unless for the whole United Kingdom Talks experience, you might want a printed sticker. If so, you'll have to wait until I get back on Saturday. I haven't got a printer here. Or if you're quite happy with me writing on the front of the envelope, then I'll do that, okay? Then I'll do that, all right? Okie doke. Where's Mandy? Let's have a look. Mick's got his key ring, not pen, from Roy Brownlow. It was a yellow one. Postman's nicked it again. See if it comes in another envelope, Mick. I believe I might have sent you 2 envelopes, because didn't they come in at different times? I think I'd already done one. See what happens. I'm waiting to... Oh, yes. Yeah, Mandy wants a sticker. Okay, Mandy. Okay, we've sorted that out then. Mick got a printed label, didn't you? We get printed labels. Are you happy, Roy Brownlow, to have it handwritten in spider-like handwriting? Or would you like to... Because I don't think you've got... Have you got one of our printed labels yet? The brand new printed labels. What do you want? Excellent. Blooming excellent. Good morning to Tony King joining us there. Did I say hello to Diane Jeb? Morning to you, Diane. Good. That's is that everyone there? Is that everyone there? Let's have a look. Right. Okie doke. Let's have a look here. Right. What have we got here? We got the bingo tickets. Who won the bingo? Who won the raffle yesterday? Can't remember who won the raffle now. Oh, it was Gavin, wasn't it? Gavin Bass won the raffle yesterday. Have you got your thing yet, Gavin? That went straight off in the post yesterday morning. Everything goes off very quickly unless you win it here, in which case, depending on what it is, I have to wait until I get home there. Press 1 for Jason. Michael Lawrence, where was my jingle? I'm disappointed. You had a jingle, Sunshine. You had your jingle. I played your jingle. You can't have it twice, dear. We can't have it twice. You had your... Watch back the show when we've finished, okay? And you'll hear, when you send that super chat, I played your jingle. Accusing me of not playing jingles when I've played them. It's outrageous, dear. Outrageous. Something nice happened for me the other day. Sunday, actually, which I'll tell you about after this story. Now, this bloke's off his head. But he's got a good heart. A little bit like most of us, I think, really. And I saw this on BBC News earlier this morning. This is CNN's version of it on the CNN website. The bleak midwinter can be tough. And see how many of you want to do this. It doesn't matter how many layers you put on. You just can't shake the cold. It's even worse when the rain or the snow comes. And I don't know about you. I hate the cold. I absolutely hate the cold. I had the heating on here for 2 hours before I got here. You have to remember, in a caravan, there's barely any insulation. So you've got to literally leave the heating on all the time. And I started off my heating 2 hours before I got here. And I think we got the temperature in the living room from 1 degree up to 13 in 2 hours. That's how long it takes. My bedroom here does seem to be better at holding in the heat. On the other hand, it's like a quarter of the size of the living room, so that's probably why. But for 2 hours I had the heating on, and it just managed to get up. But by the morning, it was lovely in the morning. Lovely when I got up in the morning. Anyway, let me paint this picture of you. So we've got the bleak midwinter, snow, cold air, and all that, right? It says, the image of a man dressed in a pair of skin-tight blue Speedo swimming trunks, accessorised with a woolly beanie, a football scarf of English Premier League division Everton, a thick pair of socks, and a rugged pair of walking boots would make anyone look twice. Can you imagine if you're out in this cold weather and a bloke runs past you with a pair of decent boots on and blue Speedos? I kid you not, all he's got on is blue Speedos. It said it'd make you look twice. The police certainly did, calling on him 3 times since December. The man in the trunks is Michael Cullen. Now, we do have a Michael Cullen who joins us for the show sometimes, funnily enough. The man in the trunks is Michael, but it's not the same person. The man in the trunks is Michael Cullen, more known commonly as Speedo Mick, a nod to the swimwear brand, who has captured the imagination of football fans across the globe wearing his signature outfit while completing feats of endurance for charity. His latest enterprise is walking 1,000 miles from John O'Groats to the top of Scotland's Land's End. That's not right. Oh, I've read that wrong. His latest enterprise... See, my geography kicked in there. My unclassified geography certificate suddenly clicked in there. Did you notice that? His latest enterprise is walking 1,000 miles from John O'Groats at the top of Scotland to Land's End at the bottom of England, via Liverpool and London, to raise money for Leave the Light On, which is a community interest company he's set up. Its goal is to provide help and support for those people feeling isolated. Mike hopes to raise £100,000 for his walk, and 500 miles through his epic journey. He's already raised £88,000, according to his GoFundMe page. However, last Friday, Cullen was forced to call a week-long break after he suffered a calf injury. Now, this particular story was on January the 18th, so that's only a couple of days ago. Okay, it has this morning appeared on the BBC News. At a visit to Everton's Finch Farm training ground last week, the club's physios advised that he needed to rest. However, Cullen is undeterred and is continuing his walk today. Now his recovery is complete. And I saw him, so he's raising money for charity, which I'm sure you'll agree with me. Top man, raising money for charity. But I saw him on the telly this morning, and he was going. I think he was actually going into the BBC Breakfast Time studio, and there he is running towards it. I kid you not, in a pair of Speedos. I've already told you what the temperature was in the caravan. You know, it just horrendous. It must have been so cold out there. So very cold. Awful. Awful. But that's how it is. Good luck, Roy. Oh, Roy's got to take his missus to the diabetes clinic. Good luck to you, Roy. See you soon, mate. But top marks, you know, top marks for raising money for charity like that. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Good luck to him. It would look a bit... Oh, he must have been so cold. I mean, when I used to do jogging, I'd go out in really cold weather. I mean, I'd have a pair of tracksuit bottoms and a T-shirt on. There's no way I'd try and do it in a pair of Speedos. He must have been so cold doing that. Not for me, I'm afraid. Not for me. Let's have a look here. Yvonne says she really hates the cold. Yes, absolutely. Mark, who wants to buy a £1 stick for Mark? Come on. £1 stick for Mark. Let's have a look there. Jason, man up, Chris. We could have the weather some parts of Canada have. Then you'd have to moan. No, I wouldn't come out the door, Jason. I'd have to invite you to come round and keep me warm. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Is he a proclaimer? I will walk 500 miles. The Proclaimers. That was always a popular song when I did the karaoke at Belushi's in London Bridge. I do miss that job. Michael, we should all go on holiday with Chris. That would be funny. Absolutely not, Michael. No, I don't go on holiday with anyone. That's a nightmare. Because you want to do your own things. It's different if you're in a family. You fit into the family. It's like when I go on holiday with either my nephew's family or my niece's family. I do what I've already got it in my mind to just do what they want to do. What do you want to do today, Chris? Whatever you want to do. It's your holiday. I'm just tagging along. When you go on holiday with a friend, like one wants to do that. Oh, no, never again. I've had terrible rows with friends on holiday. I will not go on holiday again with a friend. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Not for me. Excuse me. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Roy Brownlow. They don't rent out these caravans. Unlucky, mate. You're not getting on this site. We don't have your sort on here, Roy. There's a barrier there. We've all got remote controls. You're not getting under that barrier, mate. We'll carry on there. Good. Excellent. Now, what else have we got here? Another story here. Oh, the nice thing that's happened to me. A nice thing happened to me. The BBC are doing this upload thing. Okay? It hasn't actually started yet. I think it starts in just a couple of days' time. But I came across it somewhere, and it says, if you've got something you want us to look at, send it in. Okay? So I tried to send, and I sent it to, and you had to choose what local area. So I thought, well, shall I do Berkshire or Lincolnshire? Which one should I send it into? So I sent it to both of them in the end. But BBC Radio Berkshire and BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Okay, so I tried to first upload one of my videos. It wouldn't have it. File size too big. So I shortened it to 20 minutes. I took a bit out. Tried to send that. No, weren't having that either. Shortened it to 10 minutes. Still couldn't get this video to upload to the BBC. So I then extracted the audio only, tried to send that up, and that worked. Anyway, so I sent that off to BBC Radio Berkshire and BBC Radio Lincolnshire. That would have been Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, BBC Lincolnshire had come back to me, thanked me for the upload, and if I've got anything else to send, and it can be anything. It could be a picture. Like maybe you've written a story, you can send that in. Anything that you can upload to them, they want to have a look at. So I sent a bit of my show, sent the audio off to them, and they come back to me. First email, Very nice. Second email. Very nice. Third email. We'd like to play out your audio on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. And it'll be on later today. We're on Monday now. Okay, Monday morning. They wrote to me this. Between 4:30 and 4:50. So, of course, I'm in the car last night. You know, I've got BBC... I'm down south, but I've got BBC Radio Lincolnshire up on the... is it TuneIn Radio? TuneIn Radio. Up on the TuneIn Radio. Got that up on there. And brilliant. And I heard myself. And that's why I slightly adjusted, because I heard my audio in comparison to the BBC. It's never going to be as good as the BBC. I mean, look at the gear they've got there. And that's why I've turned up the bass a little bit on the show today. And I'll have a listen to my telly later, see if that's made any difference. And they played it out. And I was over the moon. So they played this out. They've also invited me to go and have a look around the studios. So that's where I'm going on Thursday. And I'm well happy with that. I've never had anything played out on the BBC. I've always wanted to work for them since I was a little boy. What got me really into that was Tony Blackburn, listening to the Tony Blackburn Soul Show, which was on BBC Radio London in the 1980s. He still does a very similar show to that on a Sunday afternoon, which I think is excellent. I love the music. It's all soul music, and that's between midday and 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. So I'm going up there Thursday, been invited to have a little look around. So I'm really looking forward to that and seeing how it all works. Now, I'm sure they're not getting in to try me out for a job, right? It's just a visit to the studio. But nevertheless, I think it was really kind of them to do that. Interestingly enough, this upload thing apparently hasn't started yet. So I was kind of the first one in. So, coming from that, from your point of view, if you do anything like this, or you're a photographer, or you write stories, or poems, or any talent whatsoever, they want to hear from you. Look up your local, type in BBC Upload Radio, wherever you are, Lincolnshire, Lancashire, I don't know, you've got one in Bristol, London, wherever you are, type that in, and you should come across the website and tells you what to do, and send it to them. Send it to them. Now, I think I've been a bit lucky here. As I say, I sent mine in before this started. That was a complete accident. That was a complete accident sending it in. Thank you, Roy. I've just got your email there for your thing there. Okay, just got your email in there. Therefore, there wouldn't be masses of stuff coming in. I would imagine when they officially start it, there's going to be loads of stuff going into these radio stations. And it's at that point you start getting stuff lost, or there's just too much for them to deal with. So I would look around now and send your stuff in, because you never know where this is going to go. You know, you don't know. You might be the next thing that they're looking for. You might well be the next. And how do you know if you don't try? Let me tell you, it's taken me 40 years, nearly 40 years to send something in. It's one of those things, 16, I'm probably not old enough yet, 17, I'll do it later, 20, I'll leave it, 30, I don't think they'd be interested, 40, no, I've missed the boat. It's taken me 40 years to send something in. It was actually Tom Edwards who's been going on at me to send something in. So I have done now, and I got it played out, so I'm well happy. So that's a nice little thing that happened for me yesterday. Right, let's come to some of your emails. One moment. Mark, no takers for Mark's stickers. Oh, Mark, maybe it's the photo. Have you got a photo of yourself on there? Maybe the photo isn't hot enough. Have you... You need to choose a hot photo, Mark. All right? Are we doing thumbs up? Adrian's looking after thumbs up as well today. Don't upset Fran, Adrian. She's been put in charge of thumbs up, but thank you anyway. Thank you anyway, Adrian. Okay, good morning to Heidi. Morning to you. Mikey Mike, I don't mind the cold. It's easier to warm yourself up than trying to cool yourself down when it's hot. No, I don't like the cold. I hate the cold. I absolutely hate the cold. All right? Pop master in 10 minutes. Oh, well, Jason, well, if off you go then, mate. You'll miss out on the raffle tickets. Unlucky for you. Yeah, it could have been your week, Jason. Have you won yet? Have you ever won, Jason? Yeah, I don't know if you've won yet. I don't know who's won and who hasn't won anymore. We've been doing it for so long with these little raffles and what have you. Mark, I'm more unloved than Chris. Unbelievable. We're unloved together. We are all very unloved, aren't we? That's it. Yvonne, where's Amelia, Rachel, and Chris? I don't know, do I? How would I know where they are? They're probably doing something much better than watching this load of rubbish, Yvonne. I would be. I'd be somewhere else doing something else. I'm off swimming later. Will you film your visit? Yes, I'm sure I'll be able to. Well, I'll have to ask permission first, but I would like to take a few little clips in there and things like that. Be quite nice, wouldn't it? Thank you, Claire. Security be watching for nicked pens. See if I get a pen or something for them. So I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you very much. No, it won't be a big break. They just asked me if I'd like to go and have a look around, and I would. I'd be absolutely fascinated. I sent them a couple of pictures, actually. Got a bit of a communication going on the email there. And whoever is replying, I think his name's William, is replying to me. I sent him some pictures. I said, I'd love to come and see, possibly better than my setup. And I sent him some pictures of the studio here. No, not here. The one in Berkshire, you see. Adrian, good news, but don't go in your budgie smugglers. I can hear a bit of a chest. Can you hear it? Is it asthma? No trouble breathing. Don't say I've got a bit of a chest coming. Oh, it's not that Chinese thing. Oh, there's a nasty virus in China, isn't there? That's a bit worrying. You remember the SARS thing we had about 16 years ago? Something like that. There's something else occurring in China at the moment and people are dying. It's very serious. Very serious indeed. Michael Lowe's is someone that works for the BBC. I think we all do, really. I'm sure we all do. Is it a toilet cleaner you're going for? Yes. I'd be very happy working in a toilet, Roy, as long as I don't even have to go in there after you've been in there. Oh, dear. I'd have to have fans installed in there blasting. Well, if you ever come in here and used my toilet, Roy Brownlow, I would have to have that window open, fans on, and I would seal with gaffer tape the outside of the toilet door so none of that stench can come through into my caravan. Thank you very much. Awful. Jason has won before. Just a fridge magnet. Is that all you've won before? Okay, just wondered, Jason. I can't remember, unfortunately. Mark's going to change his photo. Let's just scroll down a little bit there of interest to everyone. Right, not in Swindon. Okay, you're just talking to each other. That's good. Right, good, excellent. There's pictures of old Harry this morning getting off the plane in Canada. We haven't really talked about this. It's not really the sort of thing we do, is it? Serious stuff like this, but I don't know. He looks. As he got off that plane, it's in all the papers. As he got off the plane, he looks like there's a whole weight lifted off his shoulders. That's how it looks to me. But I think he's making some terrible mistakes here. I really do. Don't get me wrong here. I don't dislike him or hate him or anything like that. I quite like Harry, but I see a young man making mistakes. A lot of mistakes, and I don't know if he'd be able to correct those mistakes later on. You see, once decisions have been made, I think it's very I don't know. In the Daily Mail this morning, we'll do the raffle tickets after this. A smiling Meghan has taken Archie and her two dogs for a walk in Vancouver hours before a beaming Harry landed in Canada last night after racing through one of his final royal engagements in London. The Duchess of Sussex was followed by two royal protection officers as she strolled through the Horth Hill Regional Park near the opulent £10 million Vancouver Island mansion they've used since Thanksgiving last year. Meghan was wrangling her black Labrador. Oh, it's just uninteresting, that bit. I'm sorry, it's uninteresting. She's walking her dogs. Woo. How exciting. And there she is with the baby. She looks sort of reasonably happy. What do you think? What do you think? I don't want to go along this whole line of, you know, he's letting the Queen down and this, that and the other. I don't want to go along that line. You know, it's not for us to criticise his decision, but I think he's made some bad decisions here. I do think he's made some bad decisions. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that. See what you think about that, okay? See what you think about that. Sean, if you become famous, will we all be dumped? Probably. Bye. Why don't you... Here's your opportunity to dump me now, Sean. Dump me now before I do it to you, mate. There's a little bit of advice for you, boys and girls. If you're in a relationship and it's going wrong, dump them first. Don't have the embarrassment of being dumped in front of all your friends. Oh, my God, no. Yvonne. I think Harry's making a mistake. Yeah, I see Yvonne thinks that as well. I don't know what the relationship is between him and the woman, but I think... I just think I think people go under the other one's spell. Whether that be a woman or a man makes no difference. But one goes under the other's spell, and to keep them happy does stuff. And I think that is the case here. I think he's done all this to keep her happy. And I just don't know. I hope it... Oh, something was sent to me yesterday. I've got to show you that. I'll do it after the raffle. Hang around for that, all right? You'll want to see this. I just don't think he's done the right thing. Anyone else saying anything here? Mandy says they're both grown up. They can do what they want. You're quite right, Mandy. I think, yes, you're quite right. You're quite right. They are both grown up. I just don't know if they're doing the right thing. Gavin's got his backdrop this morning. Excellent. Claire, I think, is very sad, but he loves his wife and doesn't want what happened to his mother to happen to her. Yes, I see what you mean there, Claire. Jason says, good luck to Harry. Let him bring the royal family down a peg. Disgraceful what they done to Diana. Okay, so that's Jason's point there. And Yvonne says, I think she wants to be back in Canada with her family. So there we are. Jack agrees with Claire as well there. All righty, let's do our raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket? The next raffle is on Monday, somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock. Who's first up for a raffle ticket today? Let's see what you are saying, my dears. Don't go to China. Nasty virus there. People, awful. I think it's one of those breathing type viruses, you know, one of those type things. Awful way to go, isn't it? If you've got like, possibly some of you have got something like COPD and that sort of thing. Mark Bowles, thank you, Mark. 473. Here we go with the raffle tickets. Mike Responto, 474. Sean Pye, 475. Fran Green, 476. Adrian Richardson, 477. Michael Parman, 478. Mandy Davenport, 479. Tony King, 480. 481 is for Jack Matthews. Adrian, I've just done yours. You've asked twice there. Can we have just one line, please, Adrian? 482, one man and his Sprinter van. Gary Butler, 483. Oh, I'm taking out Gary and his family. We're going out to Burger King tonight. We're all going out to Burger King tonight. So I thought that's our little treat tonight. That's my treat this week, Burger King. Every week we have a treat, and I usually have it actually with Stacey and her family, so that's great. Or Gary and his family. Jason Hughes, 484. Michael Lawrence, 485. 486 for Gavin Bass. Roy Brownlow, 487. I think I might just put Roy Brown. I know who that is, won't I? Saving a bit of ink. We're using far too much ink. Greta Thunberg won't be very pleased. How dare you? How dare you? Roy Brownlow. Where did that go now? Claire, thank you, Claire. 488. She was busy. I'm surprised you're up early, Claire. Bet it was on the old champagne lager. No, Claire doesn't drink lager. She drinks champagne, glasses of rosé champagne, Claire has. Thank you. 489 for Diane Jeb. Martin, 490. Martin, Yvonne, 491. Heidi, 492. Alan, 493. Did you find what you were looking for last night, Heidi? Heidi wanted a bit of help finding something last night, so I tried, but I wasn't sure where it was, to be honest. There's my sister. Ticket for my piles. I'm surprised you'd admitted to having piles, Sharon. Did you know my sister? She's admitted it on there. Look, ticket for my piles. She's had it for some time now. It's awful. She moves around on that settee trying to get comfortable, didn't you, sis? Never mind, love. Ross, 495. Anyone else suffering from piles? I don't think I've ever had piles. Funny that, isn't it? 496 for Fran. I've done Fran. There we are. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't shorten my name. I'm offended. Okay? RB. Anything to upset you. If you can think of any other ways that I can upset Roy Brownlow, please let us know. There's nothing better than seeing Roy Brownlow throwing one on here. Stephen Petty. Thank you, Stephen. 496 for you, Stephen, sir. Alrighty. I think they're done there. All right, I think that's done. Have I missed anyone out? Please speak now, and I'll correct that. Poor Sharon, her poles are hanging very low today, aren't they, darling? Never mind, my love. Can't you get Martin to push them back up for you? That's the trouble. It's very difficult to keep clean if you've got piles, isn't it? I hope no one's having breakfast at the moment. Very, very good indeed. Karaoke. Nice karaoke last night. Oh, we had some boy come up on the stage. I don't know if you saw him last night. There was some lad come up on the stage like he was out of his head. He was absolutely out of his head. Oh, can I sing? I want to sing now. No, you can't sing now. You've got to join the queue. Oh, but I want to sing now. Can you get off the stage, please? Get off the stage, dear. Get off the stage. Go away. Who do they think they are? They just wandered up onto the stage. It's very difficult, you know. One person standing there, pushing all the buttons and doing it. It's quite an intensive job sometimes when you're standing up there. People want a bit of attention there, a bit of attention there. Do this, do that, change the sound, do the lights. For one man is doing it. I'd like to see any of you doing that. There we are. Please correct my ticker. BBC won't be impressed. Okay, I'm not going to call you RB anymore. You don't like that. I'm just going to call you R. That's it. I might change the R for just a little dot. Roy Brownlow will now be known as Dot. Is it my nephew typing on my sister's phone? Nice one, Gary. Nice one, Gary. What about the trolls? Well, you get trolls. It's just how it is, you know. When they're noticed, they get removed. Why can't you just ignore them? I do. You see, trolls, well, don't really get them on here very much anymore, do you? But I just ignore trolls completely. Just ignore them, and then when someone notices, something to be done about it. Now, I've got to show you this. I've got to show... just a moment. Oh, now, why is that hidden? Do you know, the YouTube chat has hidden a message from my sister, which I can do that. 1 minute. There we go. There you go. Let's just delete that now. There we are. That message from you was hidden. Has anyone bought Mark Bowles a sticker yet? Come on. Who's going to buy Mark Bowles a sticker? Right, so this came in the post for me yesterday, and I found out where it's come from as well. Before you say, any idea what this is? This came for me in the post, and it came when the stickers arrived yesterday. When our brand new stickers available for just a £1.20 super chat for one. After that, we're about 25 pence each. So you can have 5 in an envelope if you want. You know, one envelope, and they're only like 20, probably 20 pence each. Actually, they work not even that, 20 pence each. So one is 1.20, and then 20 pence each. So 5, 20, 46 is 20, 40, 60. 5 would be £2. All right, you can have those all. In fact, I might decorate my sister's car with these. Put them all along her back bumper. Picked that up, upset her, wasn't it? Oh, Yvonne's going live this afternoon. She's going to sing live on a little stream there, which is nice. Okay. Right. So this arrived in a post, and I thought, with the stickers, you know, tied up to the same thing, and I thought, what's this? I'm not amused. Don't laugh. Here they are. Can't do a £1.20 super chat. At least I can do is £2. Is it? Is that right? Oh, I don't know why that is, Roy. Can anyone else try that? See if you can send anything less than a £2 super chat. I've had 79 pence super chats before. Just through you can only do 1.9. How is that then? How strange is that? How strange is that? I don't get that. No, it's like they're like I don't know why that is. Don't go through the whole thing, but can you just be very careful what you do here? Because don't be sending me money unless you want to. But just try and see what you can send. And are they all different? What I wonder why that is. Some people, I have had some people send me 79 pence before, like just as a tip, which is, you know, fine. Now, Claire's just sent 5. Okay, Claire. All right, Claire, I can do that. Oh, hang on. I haven't been checking my text this morning. Let's have a look here. I haven't checked the text this morning. Actually, I didn't check these yesterday either, did I? Oh, there's a text here from Info Scuba Diving from Simon. Oh, it's about that. When did you send this, Simon? We had 2 of the Dymo label printers for some time. They are good for address labels, but they fade after a while. If you use them to label boxes, because they're thermal and heat. Oh, that's all right. I'm just using them for the envelopes, Simon. Thank you. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed that yesterday. Anyway, let's just do a £2 super chat for Claire there. There we are, dear. All right, Claire. 5 of those. 5 of those in an envelope for you tomorrow, for today. All right, they'll be straight in the envelope. Yes, Roy, can you send one of my 5 to Mark? No, it don't work like that. If you want 5 for £2, they go in the same envelope. That's why they're like cheaper. It's the stamp. It's the stamp that's the problem. You see, the stamp and the envelope, that's what bangs it up a bit. So, do you see what I mean? I could send 5 to Mark for £2 if you want, or 5 to you for £2, and you could send them on to him. Could I suggest that? Anyway, so, opened this box yesterday. Here's the box. Here's the box. Right, here's the box. Right, do you know what's in here? Not amused. I know what? I thought someone sent me nappies. And then I realised they were too big to be nappies. What baby is that fat? Maybe some of them. And there's a little label in there. Men Discreet Protection Voucher. £5 off your next purchase of Tenor Men Active Fit Pants or Tenor Men Premium Fit Level 4 Pants. Simply redeem this voucher at participating stores. Tenor Men. How funny is that? Not. Oh, DDRS has just sent a £1 super chat. Oh, just a moment. Just a moment. There we are. That's beautiful. This new chat thing, I see the super chat straight away. Thank you very much for that. Email me the instructions, Roy, of what you want me to do with that. So that's what came in the post. How rude. What do you mean? That might be a bit small for you, Adrian. Excuse me. I've lost a load of weight now. I'm now... Oh, by the way, I'm now in to my next size down jeans. I'm very pleased to say, Claire, we've lost inches. Claire... You know those other jeans that I've been wearing for a while? They look, and I know they look awful, but basically they're the only things that were fitting me. I'm back down a size. So I'm well pleased about that. So actually they will fit me. I tell you who they won't fit, Adrian. You. They won't fit you. Perhaps you should say they were a bit small for me. Thank you very much. Right, Mark, send us your address. Roy has sorted that out for you there. Okay, Roy has sorted that out for you there. Mikey, is it his phone? That's why you can only send $1.99. Okay. Well, I'm sure that'll be all right, Mikey, mate. There we are. Just what you need. There's another text here from Simon King. Good morning, Simon, who says, can you wish Alan Russell a happy 50th birthday? Hope he had a great night tonight. That's from yesterday. Thanks and have a great day. So thank you very much for that, Mr. Simon Keane. Sorry, a little bit late. We take a whole day late with some of your text messages there. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pleased about that, Claire. Pleased about that. Thank you, Mick. Can you have a ticket? Yes, of course you can, Mick. Mick. 497. Mick Davenport. 497 to Mr. Mick Davenport. There we go. All right. Okay. But no message on it. No, don't worry. No, if you could just send... could you send me an email with your instructions? If you ever ask me to do something on the chat, be warned, I will forget it. There's too much going on. That's why I can't read every single message. There's too much going on the chat room. You're talking to each other. There's hundreds of messages coming through all the time. I mean, look at them all. You can't possibly read all of those. So if you've got any instructions for me, put them in an email and I'll be able to pick it up then and then carry it forward. Because when I finish the show, I look at that and then do all that as well. There's lots to do, dear. Lots to do. All right. Okay, doke. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this... Is it Monday? Tuesday? Happy birthday on this Tuesday, the 21st of January 2022. Oh, Joey Millen just joining us there. Hello, Joey. Heidi's there as well. Karl Drinkwater Andrews. Hello, Karl. Karl is a lovely chap. I met him first when I was DJing at a place in Reading. Dreadful place. Absolute. I mean, it was really nice, but the customers were just a bloody nightmare. I can't remember what it was even called now. Some place in Reading. Anyway, happy birthday to Karl. Years later, Karl opened his little club himself. Not opened a club, but had a club within a club, if you see what I mean. And employed me there for a while. He did some DJing and so did I. I did the pop stuff, he did the harder stuff, so I was on the beginning of it. And paid me a damn good wage as well, Karl. You know you did, and thank you very much for that. Happy birthday to Karl Drinkwater Andrews. Good morning, Karl. Happy birthday. Amelia Dodd. Oh, it's her birthday today. What a shame she's not with us. We could have all wished her happy birthday. Oh, Amelia's not there this morning, is she? 28 years old today. Amelia Dodd, that's Joey's girlfriend. Good morning, Amelia. I think it's Joey's girlfriend. Is that right? Oh, I haven't got that wrong, have I? D. Schlang is 28 years old today. Soofiane Tahiri is 29 today. Anna Blundell. Good morning, Anna. Morning, Anna. She's 33 today. Evans Rookie today is 40. Happy birthday today to Vic. Also to Phil Nugget. Stefano Pagura is 34 today. And they're all our birthdays today. So happy birthday to you all, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. There's Amelia. There's Amelia. Happy birthday, darling. Hope you have a wonderful time. I hope someone's spoiling you somewhere. Good evening to Ian's changed his name, just popping up at the end of the show there. Good morning to you, Ian. Are we done there? Is that it? Is that it this morning? I think we're all done there, aren't we? Everyone is sorted. Mark's going to email me. Yeah, do that, Mark. If you can do that sort of in the next 10 minutes, I can sort that out for you there. Okay, I'm very happy to do that for whatever you want, you know. Always happy to do that for you boys and girls. Good. Right, let's just move something. I just want to see something. See if I can do something on here. That's it. Yeah, that works quite well, doesn't it? Yeah. Okie doke. Good. Okie doke. Heidi Oliver, can I have a ticket? You had one, didn't you? 492. 492, Heidi Oliver. Look, that was done, darling. Do pay full attention to the show, Heidi, dear. That's it for today. Thank you very much, gang. See you again, hopefully, round about the same time tomorrow. We'll have our little phone-in show, hopefully, on Thursday night. When, well, actually, yeah, that's the point. If I'm going to the BBC Thursday, I've got to be there at 12. So I'll work that out today and tomorrow, and I'll let you know tomorrow what's happening there. We should have the phone-in show Thursday night. I'm sure we'll have the phone-in show on Thursday night, okay? All right, and I'll see you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks very much for watching and listening. See you soon. Bye-bye.